The attacks today came just days after the arrest of a fugitive from the November attacks in Paris, which killed 130 people. Europe is on the alert for more such attacks, and here is Elizabeth Palmer.
Across Europe, heavily armed police flooded into public places and set up checkpoints on normally open borders, while politicians, including Britain's David Cameron, spoke of solidarity.
We need to stand together against these appalling terrorists and make sure they can never win.
The beefed up security is to prevent more attacks, of course, but it's also to reassure nervous travelers.
I think it will make people feel safer, but I don't know if it will stop an attack if it's going to happen.
In France, still on edge after the Paris massacre in November, 1,600 extra police officers were on duty, especially in railway stations and airports. But just as important in Europe's response is what you can't see. As President François Hollande said, the war against terrorism in Europe must be fought, especially using intelligence. To do that, though, Richard Walton, former counterterrorism chief for Scotland Yard, says Europe's security agencies have to share information better.
There's more to be done about the join-up between police and intelligence agencies across Europe, where the borders are more porous, where there's a more availability of firearms, and where sometimes the relationship with Muslim communities is not as good as it could be.
After 6 terrorist attacks on European soil since the beginning of last year alone, there's never been such pressure to get it right.
The UK has publicly been very supportive of Belgium today. After all, it's a close neighbour, just a couple of hours away by train really, Scott. But the government did warn Britons not to travel there in the near future unless they had the most pressing kind of business.
Liz Palmer, thanks.